Michaé de la Cuadra. I use they, them, or she, her pronouns. I am an artist, an organizer, and an overall badass. And thank you for watching. I want to say 18 or 19 years old when I first met Bamby. I was in college, actually. I'm a first-generation college student. My family's from Ecuador. My mom's side, at least, which is who I was raised by. So I had the opportunity to meet Bamby she was doing a documentary screening at an organization nearby. And I met her and I introduced myself. At the time, I was going by like a different name, not Michaé. And then I hadn't seen her for like maybe another 2 years. And I was able to get an opportunity through school to move to Washington, D.C. So I got 2 internships over there, and they like paid for me to live over there. They gave me like stipends to survive. And then through the work I was doing there, I was able to present at the United States of Women Conference, and it was in partnership with Bamby. And so when I came to present with her, we like reconnected. Bamby was one of the, actually no, that's a lie. I was gonna say that Bamby's like the first trans woman I had known, but that's not true. It was this other trans woman named Diamond. That was the first person, who's still a friend of mine. She was like the first story I had heard of like someone, you know, a trans Latina immigrant that had like gone through the prison system, had gone through like all of these really difficult hardships in her life, and had come back and built this organization and this movement that is literally like taking over the world, you know? And to me, that was really, really inspiring. And as a young trans person that wasn't fully aware of my identity at the time, to me, it was really inspiring to see her be able to survive through all of that. In the work that I'm doing and as being in trans spaces, I'm read as like a trans woman. And I don't necessarily identify as a trans woman. Like I'm fine with being like called a girl or like a woman or whatever. But like I'm definitely like a feminine presence and energy, but I very much do not believe in like being labeled as a woman or like I'm just like a genderless person, or like making the best out of this body that I can for the time being. And so one thing that I've noticed is like there's a lot of stigma and shame around like our bodies and like our sexual identities as well. And so for me, like there is a lot of stigma among older trans women about either being attracted to other women or being attracted to other trans women, or having this idea that if you are a trans woman or a trans feminine person, like you have to go through all these different surgeries. But for me, like that's never really been a goal at all. And so for me, like in the art that I make, it's really like uplifting like the body that I'm like currently in. And so I have like this song it's called Girl Cock, and it's really about like uplifting like my sexual identity and like knowing that you don't have to conform to like what a cis woman is to be validated as a woman being trans, you know, because I feel like there are so many trans women that even from a young age that I meet that are like, oh yeah, I'm like gonna schedule my surgery soon, and then when I question them saying, oh well, like, you know, like why are you doing it exactly? And it's more so not even for them. A lot of the time it is to conform to what this idea of a woman is, or like to be validated by like men at the same time. Oh, to 13-year-old Michaé. I was bullied a lot, like in school, and so like that really affected me for a while. And for me, like I put on like a very masculine persona and a very like a persona that wasn't me in a lot of ways. And so for me, like telling younger Michaé, I would really much say like, you know, don't care what people say about you. Like at the end of the day, like you know who you are, and people are gonna accept you for who you are. And don't let other people's words get to you, because that's gonna affect you for like years if you're thinking about it too much. And you're gonna find a community that's gonna embrace you, and you're gonna find folks that are really gonna care and love for you, and you're gonna be celebrated for who you are because you are different.